Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Becca and I do a lot of iPad book journaling on this channel. So I just wanted to share a kind of beginner's guide to digital journaling, specifically book journaling, but this can really apply to any kind of digital journal that you want to keep. I will link my iPad book journal videos and playlist down below if you're interested, but today we're just going to cover the kind of basics. If you are totally new to digital journaling and you want to know how to get started, I'm going to go over everything you need to know. First, let's just jump into what is digital journaling and what do you need to get started. Instead of journaling and writing and cutting out pieces of paper, gluing them onto a page in a notebook or a journal, you're going to use a tablet, something like an iPad. I use an iPad Air for this. You do not need a super overpowered iPad Pro, but I definitely recommend the iPad Air. I really love it. You also want some kind of pen for this. I really like my Apple Pencil, but I know that a lot of people have success with kind of off-brand third-party pencils as well. You can use a Samsung tablet, anything that you have for this. Just check that the apps that I cover later in this video are compatible with your tablet. I really like the creative aspect of this. This is a book channel, so I do mostly iPad book journaling here. One of my favorite aspects of digital journaling is just the flexibility that it offers. If you are someone who's not very artistic like me, it really opens up a lot of opportunity for you to be creative because you can simply download graphics, you can create graphics in Canva, you can download stock photos, you can have a bunch of different fonts, colors, without really needing so much of that artistic eye, I feel like. It also cuts down on a lot of the buying of supplies, obviously like stationery. I'm not gonna go as far as to say that this is any cheaper than physical journaling, but over time and for the value for money that something like a tablet brings you, in the long run, it can save you money because a lot of times, a lot of the washi tapes, stickers, ink, if you're printing out book covers and things like that, can really add up super quick. So I personally like not having to have a bunch of clutter, a bunch of stationery, a bunch of stuff. This is also a lot easier for me to just pick up and start. I don't have to get everything out. I can literally just use one iPad to get started. I really like that you can lay out as many or as little pages as you want as well. I feel like with something like a physical journal, you're inevitably gonna run out of space eventually, or in those kind of pre-planned journals that have pre-designed pages for you, you might not want everything that's in those kind of journals. You might only want to use a few different sections and track a few different things. I love the flexibility of being able to kind of create your own, mix and match what works for you because there's so many options. Another thing that I really love about digital journaling is the ability to just undo very quickly with a tap. Again, if you're not super artistic, if you're not super creative like me, it really helps to be able to move things around on the page simultaneously, very quickly, without having to waste supplies, glue things on and pull them back up. You're not ripping pages, you're not wasting anything when you're digitally journaling. So now we're gonna get into the kind of nitty-gritty of how to get started with the journaling, because I feel like this is the aspect of this that kind of confuses a lot of people. Like, where do I actually start? What apps do I use? Do I need to buy a separate planner or can I just create my own? And again, the benefit of this is that there are so many options. You can just figure out what's gonna work for you and your budget. These are going to be essentially the app where you are creating your journals in. So I personally use GoodNotes 6. This is a digital notebook note-taking app where when you open up the app, you have a bunch of different notebooks. So think of this as if you had multiple different notebooks in a stack. Say you had one notebook where you just write out your to-do list, another where you track your books, another where you track maybe your health and fitness. So you can do the same thing in an app like GoodNotes. That's the one that I personally use. There are a ton of them out there. There's Notability, OneNote, Zinnia, Noteful. They all have different features, different price models, different subscription models, which, you know, it's the bane of my existence, but it's just the way that it goes now. The other thing is that if you do have an iPad, I don't know how Samsung or any of these other tablets do it, but if you do have an iPad, you don't even need to really buy an extra note-taking app. If you just want to get started and see if you'll keep up with it, the iPad comes with Freeform, which is a free app that's basically just a blank slate. It's not going to have as many features for specifically journaling and notes as an app that's made for that. As the name suggests, it's a blank slate for you to do whatever you want. You can draw, doodle, write text, add in images. It is totally free and included in your iPad when you buy it. Same with Keynote. Keynote is actually a presentation type of app, like a PowerPoint, but I have seen a lot of really cool tutorials and creators who use this for journaling because you can lay it out like that pretty easily. I will link some tutorials below. That is not something that I have really tried because I do prefer having a actual note-taking app. A lot of the features that are built into something like a Notability or a GoodNotes or a Zinnia make the barrier to entry a lot easier, especially again as someone who is not necessarily an artist or a creative. Having some kind of guidelines, some kind of tools that easily lay it out for you are helpful for me. Once you have chosen your digital journaling app, because again, you do need to use some sort of app to start creating, and this is the app that's going to be holding your data, right? You essentially have 3 options for how you want to actually use a journal. The first option is just starting from scratch and using what the app provides for you. I have done this in my GoodNotes. I have a tutorial on how to create your own book journal as a notebook in GoodNotes without having to buy any other separate journal like from an Etsy shop or anything like that. I personally really have found that I prefer this now that I've used it, especially if you just want to kind of have a more free form type of experience. In my opinion, the GoodNotes is quite intuitive when you're creating a notebook from scratch. But what I will say is if you want to use this for like school note taking, or if you are kind of a book journaler who really wants to have lines for, say, you want to write a long review, if you want to have pre-designed pages where you can just kind of plug and play on a static template, then you might want to go with option number 2, which is to buy a digital journal or planner from a business, from a small shop. I have purchased a few of these from Etsy, both for a kind of daily planner and for a book journal in the past. I will link the ones that I have used down below that you'll see in some of my example clips here. I think this does really work well, and you can really get them super affordable. You can get some of these digital planners for $5 or less. Obviously, the quality is going to vary, and it's going to depend on what you want. If you want a 300-page journal with a ton of different pre-designed templates for you, then you might spend more, like $20 or $25, but you can find them super, super cheap. I follow a lot of digital planner creators. I really love Flourish Planner, Paper and Roses, Happy Downloads. Those are all examples of small businesses who design and create planners for a lot of different use cases. I will leave some links down below for you to check out, but Etsy is also a great resource for this. So say you bought a pre-designed book journal, it's probably gonna have a TBR page, it's gonna have book review pages, it's gonna have a series tracker. This is something where you can just plug and play things really easily. It's already gonna look kind of aesthetic and set up for you. And the final option is a little bit more advanced, something that I haven't dabbled in yet, but that is to design your own planner in a separate software, export it as a pre-designed planner or journal, and then open it in your GoodNotes or your note-taking app. So say you saw a planner from a small shop that you really liked and you're like, well, I can create that myself. I have graphic design knowledge. You can open up Canva, you can select the appropriate page sizes, and you can start designing it yourself with the shapes, with the text, with the lines that you want. You export it as a PDF, you can import it into your note-taking app and use it from there, and then start drawing on it, then start adding pictures, doing all that kind of stuff. Again, this is a bit more of an advanced option. I would say you have to have pretty decent Canva or InDesign or Photoshop knowledge for this. It is something that you can do super simply. I have watched a lot of Canva tutorials on this. Again, I'm gonna have just a bunch of different tutorials and resources down below for you. I will also have a blog post that kind of wraps up a lot of this with a ton of useful links, so that will be linked down below as well. But that option kind of gives you the best of both worlds, where it can be kind of a more structured format if you like that, but it can also be exactly what you want and tailored to you. Best part of that is, as long as you have created it entirely from scratch and not stolen anyone else's work, you could even resell it if you wanted to. That's something that I'm considering doing, but it is a bit intimidating. So my personal favorite is option number 1, creating your own using something like the GoodNotes notebooks themselves, but it also is a really easy accessible option if you just want to buy a digital planner online. So once you have your app and your planner set up, you can get going, you can get started. I would recommend checking out my iPad book journal playlist if you want ideas and just to see the different options for how you can lay out your book journal pages. I have used both a purchased pre-designed digital book journal, and then most recently I have been using my own personalized notebook that I just start with a blank slate and create book journal pages from that. That's my favorite way that I have found to do it. But this is all just going to decide what you want to do. Do you want to just be more of a scrapbook journaler? Do you want to just save a bunch of photos from stock images or Pinterest and just create kind of vision boards or scrapbooks? Or do you want to write out long form reviews for your books? You can attach a Bluetooth keyboard to your iPad and type in long form reviews in your notebook if that's something that appeals to you. In those apps themselves, they will have easy features where you can just import photos from your iPad, copy and paste things in there. You can use various elements like digital washi tape, digital stickers, digital picture frames. Remember, everything essentially is just going to be an image that you can save in your iPad, and then you can use it again. I have tons of tutorials on how to do this on the channel. I have been thinking about doing a separate video, more of a deep dive on how to make your book journaling aesthetic, how specifically to do things like find stickers to use and find different elements that kind of make it more fun and aesthetic and visually appealing. So let me know in the comments if you would like that video. Let me know if this video was helpful to you. I'd really appreciate it if you liked and shared it. Subscribe if you are interested in more book journal iPad content. I do a lot of it here on the channel. Have a good one. Happy journaling, and I will see you in the next one.